Evening all, as I take a slurp of my tea. Look at this, look at that. I just thought I'd show you it working. Isn't that lovely? Now, again, ever so easy, just literally set the mining vessel above the point and then just open up the bays and then it all goes in. But look at that, we have guns. We have Gatling guns that are now working. Other than the annoying whir chunk movement every bloody 5 seconds, they are awesome. I love them. The model has changed as well, and you notice they've got a laser targeting system on, and what these current guns are currently doing is they are on watch for targets. And the way the targeting system works is actually very clever, because what these things will start to do all of a sudden, so you may hear them fire, you may see them fire, is that they will shoot asteroids. So as a meteorite starts to fly towards my precious vessel, these things will automatically track it and shoot it down. It's epic. I love it so much. But let me explain what we're doing here. Now, when I built this ship, I'm very lucky that I managed to build an inner and outer hull. So we have an inner deck plate of the inner deck that then extends to the armored plate deck. Now, I don't know why I did that. I think it's, I guess, just good luck. I guess I did that. But I'm glad I did, because what we're able to do now is we need to build the turret on top of a conveyor block. And that conveyor block then links the turret effectively to the conveyor system. And believe me, you don't want to have to be manually loading these guns, because you're going to need a lot of them. Okay, so don't just think you're going to go with one or two. You need quite a few of them. And you don't want to be having to run around and reload them, because they only take 4 units of ammo, which is maybe a minute's worth of firing, if that. So you do need to really, kind of factor that in. So you could use connector tubes, but I'm going to use conveyor blocks just because they seem a bit more easy. Plus, they do sort of seal the hull as well. So there we go. So that, I'm just fast forwarding quite significantly here. Now, as I said in the last video, I did lose this save. It corrupted pretty much around this point. So I am going to see a bit of creative mode come in here, because I could not be asked to start again from scratch. So I do apologize for that. Literally, I lost hours of work. Literally hours of work. So you're about to see that switch over, but I do promise I did pretty much all of it for using the survival mode, as it should be. And there you go, that's it. That's what we're going to build. Now, at this point, it was probably lucky it did crash, because I realized actually, well, I didn't realize at this point that the turrets need a 3x3 grid with nothing around them, so this wouldn't have worked anyway. So I guess that's kind of fortuitous that it did kind of go corrupt. But in essence, the way this works is it's all connecting to a single hopper. Okay, now I thought that maybe you could do it as a can rather, so a cargo can, but it seems that cargo cans don't work that way. So it's actually better just to use a hopper, because a hopper is something you can actually just manually drop ammo into, and it feels pretty good when you do that. So I was kind of wrong here, and you'll see what I'm doing here is I'm trying to build a small cargo can where I put the ammo in and then it feeds through to the guns. You probably can get that to work, but I would probably stress the way I end up doing it, which you'll see very soon, is actually a bit easier, because you just then can go and build the ammo and then just drop it into the associated holes effectively. I prefer that. For some reason it seems funny to drop 100 units of Gatling gun ammo and then just watch them seed throughout the entire ship to all the guns. It is so satisfying, and don't worry, you will see all this. The same with missiles as well. Now, again, I don't know if you could have a single conveyor system for the whole gunned system, but we'll try that. We'll do a bit of experimentation, because, for example, you also have the interior turrets as well. So I'm going to have to look at how we're going to feed the interior turrets as well. As you can see, they're on. Look at that. Look at that. Hunting for hostiles, dudes. I don't even know how they work. I don't think they even do work at the moment, but I don't know. It could be wrong. It might be funny when people start coming into this map and they're automatically, Gatling gunned down by interior turrets. I'd laugh at that. I would laugh at that. Actually, would be funny. But we'll see, because I think really, as you can see, look, the captain's chair in front of it's got the conveyor tube for the ore drop. We then have a conveyor system now that goes through the entire ship for the Gatling guns, and then we have a separate system that goes through the ship, which is smaller, but it's for the missile launches. Now, the missile launches don't work yet, at least when I'm doing this voiceover. The guns don't work yet. But here we go. I did switch to creative mode now, because I had to literally just go back and do everything again, and it really bothered me. And I managed to just sort of massively damage the ship somehow. I just think generally I had something go completely epically wrong with the save, so I had to kind of defer back, which just annoyed the shit out of me. But there we go. But what was surprising to me is how simple this really was. And I think when you build your ship, so there we go, that's all of our ammo. When you build your ship, make sure that you build it with enough internal space to have multiple connecting tubes going through it. And here you see we have basically a system that goes up and down the map, up and down the level. That's obviously a really good thing as well. So these are all additions that I really wish I had included from the get-go. And really what I've had to do is jerry-rig the ship to make them fit. So I think eventually we are going to get to the point where we will either completely retrofit this ship, which is probably not too far away, or we will start a new one. Now, I like the idea of starting a new one, but my God, not in survival mode. It killed me pretty much doing the one I did, and then to lose it really hurt. So yeah, but I think generally it's working quite well. And you see here I actually managed to kind of get my hopper system finally working as well. But again, just the beauty of the game is sitting there working out how, where, why, what, and it's going to, and it just becomes such an enjoyable endeavor. I can't explain to you how fun it is. So that's going to be our hopper there. So this is where we will drop all of the Gatling gun ammo, and it will feed through the entire ship. Now, there aren't just guns on the top here. I've actually built guns throughout the length of the ship now, on the sides as well, because I want it to have complete security that I'm not going to get hit by a bloody asteroid at any point. So, I'm really quite paranoid about it. But there we go. So that's it. That's our conveyor system now completely working, and that is just glorious. And so what we do now is we get our ammo, and then we go to inventory. We drop all 46 cases of ammo into that hopper, and what it's done, it's gone whoosh through the entire system, and every gun has pulled from the hopper 4 units of ammo. And you'll see this. Now, not all the guns are connected, but you'll see the ones that are, because they have automatically now loaded. And also, because the hopper is a storage can, remember that, it's like a cargo can, you can actually just drop hundreds of units of ammo in there, and as the Gatling guns fire, they'll fire their first box of ammunition. As they drop to 3, they're then brought back up to 4. Join us next time and we'll show you this thing live firing at last.